What is good, TV Nation? Welcome back to another live stream. Today, we're going to be holding a watch along, the first one, and what I want to say since April, right? We haven't done this in a while. We're going to do this today, right? Last time we did it for Spider-Verse. That was around the time where I was kind of I really was big on the movie back then, but you guys know me. My hype for that movie has died down. What my hype hasn't died down for is Raimi's Spider-Man 1. This is a movie that I grew up with, that I know a lot of other people grew up with. It's a movie I love. It's my second favorite Spider-Man movie, and I think the guest I have on here for the watch along might even like this movie a little bit more than me, surprisingly enough. We've got AJ from AJREACTS 2. How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? I am so pumped to get into this film. It is pretty much my number one. It's tied between Inception, Kill Bill Volume 1, and this film. I love this film. I adore it. First superhero film that I've ever watched. So yeah, go figure.
Yeah, this was actually mine as well, and I want to say it's the first movie I ever watched in general. If I'm not mistaken. So this is the one that introduced me to films in general. It's the one that obviously introduced me to Spider-Man. It was the first Spider-Man film I saw. Clearly, didn't get into the comics right away. Took a while because by the time that I saw this movie, I think the third one was coming out. So was a little late to the hype train, but I got on, and I've been on it since I was born, pretty much. So,
bro, you've been on it.
I've been on it, and it's not my favorite, but it's my second favorite Spider-Man film, and it's in my top 5 of all time. So that is definitely a film that I really, really like. But I don't know who we got in the chat. If you guys are watching, I don't know why the banner isn't up. It should be right there. Just anytime if you join late, just go ahead and ask for the time code, and we will. Me or AJ will catch that, and we will put it up for you guys. But we're just doing this. We're just going to hang out. Just going to have a fun time just watching this movie. Just going to chill, man. That's all we're going to do right now. So let me pull up right now Spider-Man, and we're going to be good to go. All right. So the way it's going to work, I'm going to count down from 5. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. After 1, I'm going to say play. And when I'm about to say, when you see me forming the P sound like that, that's when you click play. So we can just hit it instantly, right? But all right, guys, everybody watching, we're going to do this. We are ready to go. It's
ready.
Happening.
I'm pumped.
It's happening. Let's do it. All right, we're ready to go. All right. Hang on 1 second. Let me just do that. Boom. Wait for, all right, hang on 1 second here. All right, we're doing this, right? We're doing it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. All right, should be seeing the Columbia lady.
Yep. The iconic score.
The iconic score. Woo. There it is.
I love it so much. It gets my heart racing every time.
It's a great score. It's a great score. Oh yeah, let's do it.
Mm-hmm. I do have a question. Did you ever get really pumped when you saw these opening credits, or was it just something you kind of skip past?
I always did. I never skipped it.
Really?
It was always.
It depends on the day for me, because sometimes I'm like, I want to watch these opening credits and it gets me super hype, and then other days I'm like, okay, just get right to the movie, So I don't know. It depends on the day for me.
I never skip them. It's it's part of the experience pretty much right now. So I can't see myself ever skipping it. Yeah.
I feel you on that.
And while these ones are great, right? I think the second one even does it even better, because it's recapping the entire film before.
Yeah.
And it feels like a grand event. Like you're about to, you experience that, now you're about to experience this, right? So
Yeah, and even like the graphics in the back kind of foreshadows like what's gonna happen, what's
Right.
the tone of the
Mhm.
film, and even the third one does that too in the
Yeah.
opening credits.
I
So,
really like the third one. I don't care what anyone says. I love the
oh,
third
you
one.
mean the movie as a whole or the opening
Yeah.
credit scenes?
Uh, everything about the third one,
Yeah,
I still like it.
I feel the same way, man. I enjoy the third one as well, and yeah, the opening credit scenes on that are dope too. Yeah, we got
We've got
Goblin.
Rushan in here. Watching it with you guys, definitely
Man,
my favorite Spider-Man film. My second favorite, AJ's favorite. So you're not alone on that one.
my number one.
Uh, and Cody in here. We gotta have Cody in here as always.
Hey,
Bum. Oh, by the way, guys, we are at 2 minutes and 28 seconds.
yep, that's where I'm at too.
Executive producer Avi Arad, one of the most hated people in the Spider-Man community. See, people like to hate on the guy, but he didn't do all things bad. Like, he did bad stuff, but he's not
Mm.
like the Satan or anything.
Yeah.
Woo! The score, man.
Raimi. Yeah,
Sam Raimi.
it gets me pumped.
Sam Raimi, the greatest. I don't even know. Story of my life is not for the faint of heart.
Mm.
That was a happy little tale. What he told you I was just an average guy, not a care in the world. Somebody lied. Just like any story worth telling is all about a girl. That girl. The girl next door. Mary Jane Watson. When I laughed, I even liked girls. That's me next to her. I can't
Every
even take
line,
him.
you know every line, don't you?
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's me. See, this is the part that I'm like, okay, that the bus driver not doing anything, that's like taking
And he's
things a
like,
little far.
he's kind of smirking too, like he's laughing a little bit too.
Yeah, like I'm gonna punk this kid and I'm gonna lose my job later.
Right. He didn't care. Gosh.
Definitely a very nerdy interpretation for sure.
Yes.
Definitely 60s inspired, I want to say, from the original Ditko stuff.
I can see that for sure.
Yeah, it's a very stereotypical type of bullying situation, but that's kind of what the original was.
But I like that. I
Yeah, I
like the
do.
traditional
Oh yeah,
like
no, for sure.
bullying
Yeah,
type thing. Yeah, I don't know.
that's why I don't
It's
like.
something about that.
Yeah, I don't really like the new modernization that the MCU is taking because it's not really that modern in a way. I don't really
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, I can see where they're
I
coming
love this
from with
part.
that.
I love this part.
With the wave.
I think
With the
his
wave.
acting is so good. I can't believe people think he's a bad actor. He's like he's perfect.
That was such a believable scene.
Exactly. He's so amazing.
Get James Franco and William Dafoe.
And right here we're setting up
Arian Norman.
their dynamic for the entire film.
For sure.
But yeah, back on that MCU thing. They're taking a very, people like it. It's like, oh, well, bullying's not that nowadays, but I prefer a traditional type of thing.
Yeah, like and yeah, the physical bullying, I feel like that's not too
It's a thing of the
obscure.
past in a way.
It
It's a
is,
thing of the
but in
past
a
in a way.
way, especially like the way that this film takes it. But I do
Yeah.
feel like it's kind of needed for bullying as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I live with my aunt and uncle. They are proud. Anybody watching, you don't even need to ask for the timestamp. Just listen to what I'm saying. You will know which part of the movie we're at.
Basically, because it's lined up exactly.
Pretty much. I love this part too. I love their dynamic, Harry and Peter.
Yeah, I enjoy it as well. Definitely better than Tasm. Definitely better than Tasm.
In a way.
I know you say you're not going to take any more Tasm slander, but
he's just staring at them. I love it. He's just staring at them at the back. I love the genuine actual comedy, like the actual comedic pieces.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't tolerate Tasm slander, for anybody wondering. Or his father will fire your father. Sue me.
What's daddy gonna throw? It's like the Italian accent.
Yeah. I love that teacher too. He whispers everything. It's amazing. Change colors to blend into their environment. Defense mechanism. Who wouldn't?
Then he uses it on his girl.
I love the fact that they're setting up Peter and his like kind of life right in the back. It's like pretty much all his powers are kind of getting explained in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
Like what he can do as Spider-Man. They're pretty much setting up both sides.
Exactly.
I think it's been, what has it been? Like the movie, it hasn't even been like 3 minutes. And we know like every single main character, every dynamic that's important, or we will with anime at like the 5-minute mark, I think. It's brilliant writing. Yeah. Super spiders. One's missing.
One's missing. And that changes everything.
Throughout the woman's entire presentation. Oh man, I love that teacher.
How we listen.
I don't know what it's like at those fancy private schools, Osborn.
Now this is pretty smooth right here. He takes his opportunity.
Yeah, I think like Harry even hints at him, right? Like, this is your chance.
Shoots the shot, literally.
Yeah. And this is the best part because he's just somebody who was in the right place at the right time. Awesome. He doesn't. That's the thing about the Amazing Spider-Man that I didn't really like, is that he was kind of always supposed to be Spider-Man, but in reality, he's just a random guy who happened to get bit by the spider, because anybody could have gotten bitten.
True.
He's just in the right place in the right time.
That's poses, what they're showing. Man. Their poses are so silly, man. I love the color of this spider, man. It's just like, it's like the suit, basically.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Yep, barely into the film, and we now have the origin pretty much established.
Pretty much. It really is. Right.
New species. Very subtle. Very subtle.
Right.
And now we're going to see Osborn and his origin.
Yep. We got we got the glider and basically the suit right here.
We have it. I love this pacing.
Is the mask. Yeah, the pacing is beautiful in this film.
Because you always see.
I never really noticed that.
Yeah, because you see Peter and how he becomes like, he's been established as like, oh, he got bit by the spider, and now you're seeing Norman Osborn and he's under this pressure and everything. And it's just going to keep on going back and forth like that.
Yep, and it gets right to it.
Yeah, and then there's going to be like a little like converging point where both of their lives meet pretty much, and then from that point forward, they're both going to be kind of entwined, and I love that. Except for this one dude, we've got a winner. Pretty much. That's what he's saying. Back to formula. Never supported your program.
Man, this dude is such a douche, man.
Yeah.
There's a scene coming up that I always like. I don't know. I always focused on this particular scene, and this actor just like he did such an amazing job, like in this one small part that he had. I don't know if it's this next scene, but yeah, it's not the next scene, but it's like it's coming up though.
Cody had a question. What would you give TASM out of 10? I'd give it like an 8.5 or 9. I'd give it about a 7 or 7.5, I think. What about you, AJ?
6.
That's not bad.
What do you think about this Uncle Ben? What do you think about this Uncle Ben?
This Uncle Ben is the best Uncle Ben.
You think so?
I think so. I like their dynamic, I think, a little bit more in TASM, but here this is iconic. This is the classic Uncle Ben.
I admit that this is iconic. It is a classic Uncle Ben. But I like you said in TASM, I had to rewatch TASM, and when I did, I found that I enjoyed the dynamic and just the overall Uncle Ben better than this one.
Okay.
You know, and you know how I feel about that film. Like it's not my favorite, but I can admit that I enjoy that dynamic better.
Okay. I like this Uncle Ben more, but I still like that dynamic, and I love the relationship throughout the entire film. I think it's great. Mm-hmm. No thanks, had a bite.
Yeah, I love how they put that in there.
Everything's fine. I love how he says it. See, this is pretty good CGI, not gonna lie. This is pretty good showing him skinny. That's not bad. Especially for the time.
I didn't realize that was CGI. I thought that he had to bulk up between this scene and the next scene where they show him kind of buff.
Oh, well, I don't know what they did, but I would guess that they did
that
CGI.
That might be practical, man. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. Maybe it is true, but
yeah,
I would think they would. I think they would use CGI, but I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. That's just what I always thought. I don't know if that's accurate, but so his assistant is telling him that this is not.
Yeah,
this is not. It's not gonna work. It's you're moving too fast. And if I'm not mistaken, that's your issue with Kingpin in Into the Spider-Verse. What do you feel about this? And what's the difference?
In a way, it's the issue. But here, I think his motivations are just, I think his motivations just made much more clear here. I think if you tweak some things around in Spider-Verse, it would have been better. But
I love when he puts the metal. He's cold.
Oh, that's cold.
That's cold.
You didn't have to do that, but you did. It's great.
And this part actually did freak me out as a kid. No lie.
Okay. I don't know if it freaked me out, but I never realized how cheesy it was until recently.
I mean, is it that cheesy though? I don't know. I feel like this is good.
It's gonna be
good acting.
Like not right now. It's gonna be. Just wait for it.
like when he's shaking and stuff. Like, oh man.
Yeah, that part's not bad. That part's not bad.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Not the part
Okay.
where he grabs him and
Yeah, that part is a little.
yeah, that's cheesy. And he like jumps out.
Jim Bob, what is up, bro? I personally like this
Jim
Uncle Ben
Bob.
better, but the one in Tasm is pretty good as well. I agree with that. I do.
Mm. Can we just take some time out and like just acknowledge how amazing William Dafoe is in this film and
He's
how
great.
he'll always be Green Goblin. And no matter what he's in, he will always be Green Goblin.
Yep, I will always know him as that.
Yep.
Back to formula.
Yeah, now that now that part is cheesy.
So he slept through the entire day, is what it looks like.
Yep.
I love how this has become a meme with the glasses on and off.
How did they shoot this? I wonder.
I always wondered that too. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the entire screen goes blurry, so I guess they just added a filter after.
Possibly.
On the clip.
There you go, man. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Big change.
Yep. Big change.
That classic Aunt May like voice and sound.
Yeah.
I believe there's a hero in all of us. That's
wrong film. Wrong film.
Wrong film, but still, it's still that voice.
Okay.
That little jump.
Oh, I always love that part.
Got better. Don't. Who's stopping?
That's actually from the comics.
Oh, really?
The whole
argument
MJ,
there?
or not. Well, not the argument, but the whole MJ and she's like abused at home and everything.
Oh, okay.
So that's a nice nod, or just a nice.
Yep. Yeah, we haven't seen that since this.
Well, to be fair, we haven't seen MJ since. So
Exactly.
Except PS4.
PS4, but that's
PS4.
Like later.
It's a later in life, and it's not a very good MJ.
Oh, you don't care for the MJ in PS4?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy her gameplay at all?
It's all right. I think the stealth missions are pretty meh. I think they don't really do a good job of that, but just the character in general, it's like not a very good MJ. Okay. She's fine in the game, but even then, so whatever.
You don't like their dynamic, Peter and MJ's dynamic in
PS4? The dynamic is fine. It's just the whole character. It's like not a very MJ-esque type character. It's like kind of the same level as like maybe even Michelle in a way, but Michelle's not even a character to begin with. So it's like she's like barely in the film and she barely contributes anything.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it. This scene right here always.
Oh yeah.
That little. That oh my gosh. That freaked me out for the longest time. I don't remember.
He's murdered, sir.
What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure that he wasn't gonna get the role, but he like really, really pleaded for it, so they gave it to him. I think
Really?
that's what happened. I think that's what happened.
It would definitely be interesting to see another actor take that role and see what they do with it.
True. I would like to see that, but
I'm glad that we got William Dafoe though.
this was practical. This was all
Practical
real.
effect. That's crazy. I love that.
He actually, I
I heard
think he
that it
did that
took
like, I think it was like 140 tries or something.
exactly. He said, "We're gonna get this."
Mm-hmm. Just smiles.
All right. See ya. Perfect.
I'm surprised nobody saw that. Like him catching
What?
everything.
Yeah. I love this part, like where he finds out he has these
Yeah.
webs, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like organic. It's organic webs, so it's like part of his. I don't know his origin or whatever. Him discovering himself, and with the other
Yeah.
films, we don't get that because he has web shooters. I don't know. There's something about that I really enjoyed. It's that classic scene.
Parker. I like this Flash. Like I don't hate this Flash.
I do
think
too. I legit like this Flash.
Tasm is like 10 times better, but this is still good.
I don't know.
I love the slow-mo. The slow-mo is everything. The
Yeah, I
slow-mo
wish we
makes
got
it
more of that with his spider sense. Not necessarily this elaborate, but like
right.
we don't get that as much later in the films.
My fist breaking your teeth. That's the
That's the
accident.
accident. I don't want to fight
I
you.
don't want to
Flash.
fight me
I don't wanna
neither.
Fight me neither. Whoa. Huh.
Huh. Huh.
Whoa. Help him, Harry.
Which one?
Yeah. I love how when he punches him and then the teacher drops all his food in his face.
Exactly.
Like he didn't have to do that.
That was not accidental.
He didn't have to do that. He said, Flash been talking all through my class. This is my perfect opportunity. It's my perfect opportunity.
I'm not gonna miss this.
No. I love how he just leaves school, like right in the middle of lunch.
He's just
Nobody
nope.
cares at all. He said, I gotta figure some things out.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, maybe I can do some tricks.
This I always remember this. This is cool.
It's
The whole
very cool.
I love that. And the music starts playing. Bum, bum, bum.
I love this shot. Like I feel like
Yeah.
this is I don't know how they did this really. I feel like the brick is actually the floor.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah.
That's so dope. And then we got CGI right there. That's the CGI right there.
Yep. No, that's all practical. That's all. That's all stunt man.
Definitely
that's a stunt man. Go web.
Fly.
Fly.
Up and away.
Up and away web.
Shazam.
Shazam.
That's before
Go.
I knew anything.
Go web
about
go.
Shazam.
Yeah.
Before I knew anything
That's a nice
about
reference.
Shazam.
Funny thing is, he referenced Shazam twice.
Yeah. I love how they put a DC reference in this film.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I always liked organic webbing. Like, it's not a deal breaker. And it's like,
I prefer it.
It's like it's not accurate, but it's still faithful. Because like the reason he put it in there was because he felt web shooters, like him making web shooters, just takes away from his relatability. So he did organic. So that's like staying true to the character, which is why it's fine.
Yeah.
I think the editing is pretty good too. Like
you gotta love it.
Every single edit is pretty good too. Oh, we got Ginger Cat in here. I wouldn't want to fight me neither. Yep. The slow motion punch is brilliant. It is very brilliant. I love that part.
Painted without you, Michelangelo.
Yep.
Stop.
You're stupid as your mother.
This is a very genuine scene right here.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everybody shouts. How you feel about MJ's aesthetic? Like just kind of like the type of things she wears and things like that. Is it like something that's accurate to the comics, or is it because I feel like she's kind of from like a, I guess, poorer family. But
yeah, it's like basically she just has that facade pretty much. Like it's pretty much like she pretends to be the party girl and she's at home the one person who was supposed to love her the most, her father, he abused her and stuff. So I think they show that pretty well. I think.
Do they show?
Because she's like
her mom.
Because like show they don't show in the movie. They don't show her mom, but like the thing I like is that like in this scene she seems like really like calm and like genuine. But then when Flash shows up, she's like gonna be, oh wow, nice car and everything. So
yeah, and I feel like that's kind of how it is as a kid. Like when you get somebody one-on-one, they can, get genuine and they can be, this person that you don't see them, as around other people. But when they get around other people, things kind of change.
Not to mention that Peter's the only person, and she will realize this, that Peter's the only person who appreciates her for who she is, and she can be herself around him. So that's the realization she'll come to.
I think this scene right here really, helps her realize that.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is where she's like, okay, this dude exists pretty much. That's exactly. Like where she acknowledges his existence. And then I think, what's the next interaction they have? They have like small interactions like through town when they're like working and stuff. And then the hospital scene, I think, is like the one actual.
That hospital scene gets me. I'm like, this is a good romance film. Like, forget superhero film. This is a good romance film.
Pretty much. Let's see. We got AJ in here. 10 away from 300. Let's get this bread. Let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Anybody who hasn't, I think everybody subscribed, but anybody who hasn't, do me a favor and subscribe to AJ as well.
Yeah.
Stranger Boy in here. What is going on, Stranger Boy? We are watching Spider-Man. I think pretty much everybody's caught up, but Anybody who needs the time, we are at 31:53.
Hey, don't scratch the leather.
Cool car.
So you got to get him one of those. And this is basically where it starts with the whole Uncle Ben thing.
Pretty much. This is where it starts. Need cash? Three minutes in the ring. Oh, I love the montage. I love it.
Yeah, the montage, man. It's glorious.
Costume possibilities. Utility belt? Nope.
Imagine if he went with any of these.
Symbol? Question mark. That's a lot of paper you're wasting there, bro.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure one of them was just blank. I think I just saw him like just rip a blank paper. I kid you not. The slow motion in the background. Oh my god.
Classic. Some nice doodles, though.
That's a pretty good drawing. Not gonna lie.
I thought it was a great drawing. It's a really good drawing. Now, I wonder if Toby actually did that. Hey, that product placement with that Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't want you to go buy Dr. Pepper after this movie.
I love this part. I'm not dressed, Aunt May.
Why are you exercising and you're not dressed?
Exactly.
And you mean to tell me she didn't see any of that?
That's true. Yeah. All right. We've gotten Peter more of his origin out of the way. Now we go back to Norman. Is this the end of Norman Osborn? ...
Question mark.
Back to Peter.
Mm-hmm. Should just let her take the train.
Mm-hmm. Little did May know this is the last time she's going to see Ben.
Hurts my heart, man.
Oh, we can talk later.
That's so dark. That's so dark. Sure, we'll finished it.
No, not exactly. A man changes into the man he's going to become the rest of his life. Just be careful who you change into. That's some pretty powerful words.
It really is.
But just because you can beat him up doesn't give you the right to. With great power comes great responsibility.
Those iconic words right there. I love his response to it.
Yeah.
To those really, really deep words. He's like, you're afraid that I'm going to come into some kind of criminal? Dang. That's rough.
That is rough. That's
rough. Those are like the last words to be.
And that's the last time he will see Ben.
Yep. Well,
yeah.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically.
Basically. In a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love how he didn't hear,
Bonesaw!
like, how we didn't get any audio until he got all the way up the stairs.
Bone saw, bone saw, bone saw. That dude is dead. I don't care what you say. That dude
Exactly.
is dead.
Oh man.
Yeah. Bruce Campbell, the greatest
There's your
actor in
dude.
the trilogy.
Have you seen all the Evil Deads?
I have, but I haven't seen the last two in forever.
How you feel about it? The first one.
Love them. The first one is great. I love the first one.
Okay. That's on my watch list, so I'm gonna watch it soon.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Oh, this is your part.
This part.
This is your part.
Let me up. Okay. You understand the NWL is not responsible for any injuries you may and probably will sustain in participating in said event, and you're indeed participating under your own free will. Down the hall into the ramp. May God be with you.
I'll be with you. Next.
Oh my God.
Dang. Man.
Bonesaw is ready. And it's in the cage with Bonesaw McGraw. $3,000 will be paid to.
What's your name, kid? Human Square?
That's it? That's the best you got? Oh, that sucks.
Got my name wrong.
Fine. The deadly, the amazing Spider-Man. Get out there, you moron.
You out, little man.
Sam Raimi let his best friend be the first person to say the amazing Spider-Man on screen.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a big honor.
It is.
My legs. You're making him feel better. More bad. It's just a cage.
Wow. Like, what?
I love the X-ray. He's like, cage!
I didn't sign up for this. Checking the bars. At this time.
This must be some kind of mistake. I didn't sign up for a cage match. You ain't going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
What are you doing up there?
Staying away from you.
Away from you.
Did your husband give it to you?
Give it to you? Now, I don't I don't know if that's fair that he can use his webs.
True.
I guess they don't care though. Like they all
they really
seeing
don't.
this.
Oh my God.
And I love how they didn't even react that he used his webs. Like that's not normal.
Yeah.
Oh. Spider-Man.
They love me.
$100. Wow.
That's pretty low ball. That's a pretty big low ball.
Terrible. That's at $3,000.
Do it again, webhead.
Ed?
$3,000
$3,000
for 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
You pinned him in two.
For that, I'll
give you
you
100.
And you're lucky to get that. I need that money.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
I feel like that guy kind of reminds me of Kevin James a little bit.
In a way, I can see that.
Put the money in the bag. Dang. Stop that guy. Thanks.
His eyes are filled with vengeance when he lets him go.
You let him go. Call the cops.
I was going to get away with my money.
My money. Missed the part where that's my problem. Okay, touche.
He's feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
Little does he know. Exactly.
That the Sandman killed his uncle.
Exactly. I like the Evil Dead remake more than the first one. I disagree. I think
the Evil Dead remake scared the crap out of me, and I'm not gonna ever watch it again.
I disagree. I think it lost its charm because it was just like trying to be a horror movie. But it's a good movie still. It's a good movie.
I haven't seen the Evil Dead, the original. I've seen clips, and I feel like the original has like it does, like you said, it does have charm,
right?
And it does have like a certain aesthetic to it that the remake really like they didn't want to do that. They wanted to make it pure horror, and I don't know what Raimi really thinks about the remake. I wonder. That would be interesting to hear. That'd be interesting to hear. Peter. Ah, dang.
He's gone.
Yep. All right, give me a second. I'm about to go cry for a second.
I don't get the notion that he's a bad actor. I don't get that.
No, notion. I don't think that's the case. I don't know. Do people actually say that he's a bad actor?
Yeah, people say that. Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, I don't agree with that either. I feel like the film is, I don't know. I love this film, but I do feel like it has a campiness to it. It has some corniness to it, but that's the point. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
that's the point.
He's given this, and I think people take that as, okay, he's a corny actor. He's, not good because of that. But
not even that.
He does amazing for what he's given.
Yeah, not even that. They say they make fun of his crying, which never really resonated with me.
So what crying would you prefer? Tobey Maguire's crying or Tom Holland's crying in Far From Home?
Tobey Maguire by far.
Okay.
Tom Holland's not bad, but Tobey Maguire's better.
What about Garfield?
Garfield, I think I would prefer, but over both.
The most out of all three?
Garfield's easily the best actor out of the bunch.
True. Very true. I agree with that. Yeah, the first time actually like swinging.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love that. And he kind of, we saw how he kind of practiced at the beginning, but like this is like full-fledged first time, and he's actually on a mission, which is kind of cool.
The only thing is that even as a kid, I never really understood what he was swinging off of. Like his webs were just like stuck to the sky pretty much. And I never really understood that.
And that's exactly how the video game adaptation is for this game. Yeah, like you can swing off of the sky, but with
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 video game, you actually have to swing like off of buildings,
Yeah.
which is kind of
For sure.
cool. And I remember on the video game, the first like movie game, you couldn't like walk around town. You couldn't, walk on the streets. It was all like rooftops that you could be
Right.
on and like inside of buildings. But on Spider-Man 2, you could actually like walk around the city and stuff like that and go into like comic book stores and all that kind of stuff.
I still think Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man game. One of at least.
It's a great game. And it's definitely an upgrade from the first movie video game. He's really giving it to him there.
I love his scream.
It was like identical for both like windows that he put his head through.
Yeah. Give me a chance.
What about my uncle? Did you give him a chance? Did you?
Answer me.
Oof. Thanks.
See ya.
And this right here kind of like, it puts in motion how, the general public sees him, like he takes the law in his own hands. He throws men out of buildings,
exactly.
But, that's not necessarily the case. I wish they kind of dove deeper into that and kind of like J. Jonah Jameson was like, okay, he's a killer. Like he killed this man and like kind of focused in on that. And then, I don't know. That's something I wish they kind of dove into.
And then this is him like kind of feeling remorse for what he did.
Reflecting.
Kind of taking it all in.
Yeah.
And now he's just like saying, I found him after I got out of the library. He's lying to her pretty much right now.
Yeah, he's lying to her. And I love how we don't get audio right there. Like of the conversation. It's perfect. Like we didn't have to hear. We could just see, their reactions, her reaction.
Exactly.
This is the scene that I was talking about with that one actor. And I think he did a phenomenal job with what he was given, even though he's in it for like a split second. Him and that like little glider that they're gonna put him in.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and like the sheer fear that he has in his eyes when he sees the glider or the bomb or whatever it's really great.
Right. Mark.
Oh my god! Like you could see it in his eyes, like like the fear.
Yeah.
And the transition with the caps.
Yep. Chess. Yes. Do you think Toby forgot he was Spider-Man? Probably not. I think he still remembers, considering he's considering the fact he's probably gonna be back.
You think Toby forgot he was Spider-Man? I feel like this is his most iconic role, so no, I don't think he forgot.
I'm not seeing the movie. Well, you should. It's a great movie.
What movie is it?
He's saying I'm not seeing the movie. I don't think he's watching along. He's probably just on the stream.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Commencement. The start of something new.
Kind of like that father type figure to him.
Yeah,
The
like Harry like just
mentor.
went away. Harry went away because he sees that his father is congratulating Peter more than he did his own son.
Yeah,
So
he's like more proud of Peter than he is his own son.
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a happy day because he graduated, but also sad because Uncle Ben wasn't
Right.
there. Mm, yeah.
I swear this score, man, is gonna get me.
It really does, man. It gets you. It gets to you. Man. This is what we needed from the MCU's Aunt May. We needed her to be genuine, to have interactions that were heartfelt. Like we didn't get any of that with the MCU's Aunt May.
Yeah, none at all.
Yeah, this is the type of stuff we needed.
We also need Peter.
Even with TASM's Aunt May, we did have some things, to grab onto. I
Yeah,
feel
for
like
sure.
this is the most heavy hitting dynamic between Peter and Aunt May.
By far. We just needed something like this that's emotional. We needed an emotional
Yeah,
core.
true.
They're more focused. Like this movie, it's a comedy. They want to make you laugh, but they're not undercutting. They're not taking away from the dramatic elements. MCU is just very focused on being funny for the sake of it, and it's
Funny and fun, and they're looking for $1.
Yeah, just completely lighthearted, and it really doesn't
Yeah.
suit Spider-Man at all, and it doesn't really work as a movie either.
Yeah. I admit I do enjoy those movies. I know you don't, but I do
Yeah.
admit in those films it needed something like this. It needed more emotion, more emotional scenes, and
Yeah.
connections between characters. It was definitely lacking that.
For sure. I love how the robber just took a piece of candy.
Yep. So I'm gonna take this for the road.
My brother saw him build a nest in Lincoln Center. Could be a woman.
Maybe a woman.
I
I really
love how they
enjoy
show
this
New York.
montage. Yeah, I really enjoy this montage.
Yeah.
With like interviewing people. Like it's just everyday, New Yorkers.
Yeah. He protects the people. A freaky Lou or something. Wackadoo. And I don't like him.
He has some nice handwriting.
Yeah.
Sounds hot.
Bug. One big hug. Look out. Ooh.
Here comes the Spider-Man. We'll get JJJ. J.K. Simmons. I love the first scene of J. Jonah Jameson because it just really sets the tone of his attitude and his demeanor. Hello, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, cool. What's he got to hide?
Which one's cheaper? Sold out. Man, page 1, move Conway to page 7. Page 8 and give him 10% off. I'll make it 5%. Get out of here. Eddie, that's Eddie Brock. I think that's Eddie Brock.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he has like a completely different writing staff.
Yeah, exactly. I'll make him infamous.
Brilliant. One of the best castings of all time.
It is. And that scene alone is just amazing.
Like, even now, when I go back and just read like any comic, I just imagine his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Love this scene. I think you mean the J. Jonah
Yeah, I was
scene.
talking. Yeah, I was talking about the J. Jonah scene. I do enjoy this scene as well.
That was at 411, so I think that was the J. Jonah scene. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Living your dream.
Miss Watson, talking to you. Okay, Enrique, I get you. Roll your eyes at me. What kind of boss? Don't roll your eyes at me.
Some dream, huh?
I know this is kind of a controversial question, but what do you think Mary Jane's name was named after? Do you think it was actually named after marijuana, or is it like it's something else? You think?
I've never thought about that.
I'm just like, I know what Mary Jane is, but like, when I think about Spider-Man Mary Jane, I don't think about marijuana. I think about the character. So I don't know.
I've never made that comparison in my life.
Really? That's hilarious. For some reason, this scene kind of looks like green screen a little bit, but you could see them walking away.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's true.
But
yeah, I felt that way too, but it's real.
Yeah, it's real. Because I was watching it one day and I was like, "Is that green screen?" But I mean, you could visibly see them walking away. So.
Storm and Norman. So is Harry in college? Like, what type of work is he doing?
It's gotta be it's gotta be college, right? I feel like this might be the summer, isn't it? No.
Yeah, it is the summer.
They were just graduated, you know. But time is a little like you can't hardly follow it a little bit in this because in a couple scenes it's gonna be Thanksgiving and
right. Look at his face. He's like so happy.
I'll make a few calls.
I'm gonna make it on your own steam. That's great.
Perfect segue. This movie flows so well.
Perfect. It's a perfect
It's
pace.
like so perfect. Yeah, it's perfectly paced and like perfect transitions. How he looks at the newspaper and it says pictures rewards of Spider-Man, and then we get this scene.
Right.
And then we get to J. Jonah Jameson. Like it's just perfectly like transitioned.
The crap.
Crap.
Mega crap. Hero or menace?
Goodness. Atticus.
Goody.
I wonder. I wonder if he was referring to Atticus Finch. Atticus Finch in that one book.
Maybe.
That one book that was written that one time.
Christmas meat. Give me some more photos. He has to be improvising some of that stuff.
Yeah, he does, and he's so good. Ah, J.K. Simmons.
Thank you. I'm a photographer.
I see that. Elizabeth Banks. She was like really like unnoticed in this franchise. Oh, this is that scene.
Love this scene.
Yeah, me too.
Revenues
Heck,
are
I love
up.
every scene.
Has never been higher. What?
What? What?
Expanding. No offer we can't ignore. And I told. Can't do this to me.
It's me.
I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
If I was in that boardroom, I would be struggling not to laugh.
Yeah. Or just like not just be scared. Because like
Yeah.
that was scary.
Either or. It was scary, but like funny at the same time.
You're out, Norman.
Sips tea. Well,
Am I?
am I?
Out, am I?
Next scene.
Macy Gray.
Macy Gray. I wonder if Macy Gray really remembers like being on this movie.
Okay, I probably doubt. I don't think she remembers that.
She probably doesn't remember being on here. Maybe. She's literally in like 2 seconds of this movie.
Exactly.
Uh-oh. He sees something. MJ
Why
and
didn't you wear the black
Harry.
dress?
I mean, why is she wearing? Oh, well, it's because it's like a Chinese festival type thing.
Yeah. But then when it's the Thanksgiving scene, she's going to be wearing the black dress because she wants to impress Norman.
Yeah, I see.
And Peter's going to like make her realize she shouldn't have to dress up to impress other people.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming today.
Mm-hmm. He's coming.
He's coming today. Don't worry. You'll see him. That Singular Wireless poster that shows when this came out. Oh, there's Macy Gray again. She had to act a little bit.
They think it's an act.
They're cheering now, but you gotta see. That's our glider. Out, am I?
He's getting closer.
Yep.
Nope.
And he just stands there. Everybody's running,
Yeah.
and Peter just stands there looking at it.
Oh, Stanley.
Stanley. Oh man.
I love how she goes into the corner that's falling off.
Exactly.
Now this has to be a Superman reference. It cannot be.
It definitely is. It definitely is with the music at the same time.
Just
I
disintegrates
feel like
them.
it does. I feel like that pumpkin bomb would disintegrate everybody on that ledge. Not just them.
I think it has to just be like a range thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like the range would cover the whole ledge, but I don't know. That's just kind of looking too deeply into it. And
I'm pretty sure
this kid has angered me ever since I was little.
Yeah.
Ever since I was his age. It's like, why are you standing there, man? I guess in shock. Mommy! Ugh.
Yeah. I surrender.
Surrender.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. He handling these cops.
Yep.
It's like, dang, is that guy okay?
Exactly. I don't think he's gonna get up.
I don't know. He probably got a concussion or something.
I'm pretty sure.
Godwin got some really bad aim.
Yeah.
He was like right on him. He was missing every shot.
Okay, this should have thrown her off because he's like saying her name, but like you don't know this person, so like.
Right. I don't think that she could hear him though.
Probably not, but I mean,
he probably wasn't paying attention either.
Should probably be more careful.
Yeah, very true. He's still learning though.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love this little flip.
Yeah. It's so unnecessary, but so necessary at the same time.
Exactly. We'll meet again, Spider-Man.
Yeah. That's what TASM Spider-Man should have done with Gwen Stacy, but we all saw how that happened. What happened with that?
Yeah. Her hair's blowing the wrong way. What?
I didn't even notice that, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Her hair is blowing the wrong way.
It's going the wrong way.
I did not realize that.
He's taking the subway. She just needs to use the elevator. You know who I am. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
I would always see that Vine when Vine was popular. She's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "My name's Jeff," and then he did the flip.
What do you mean he's incredible?
I'm coming over.
No, I'm gonna come over. I want to buy you something.
What do you mean amazing? Incredible. Hello, bed bugs.
And that was the thing about Harry. She's like,
what?
He like tries to fix things with money. That's like his thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he has. That's what he has to offer. It's really all he has to offer.
Pretty much.
And he's so insecure because that's how his father has made him.
Pretty much.
I think Harry is such an amazing character. I feel like he has so much depth to him, and it's just he's frustrated because you know the girl that he has, like somebody else. His dad
Right.
doesn't really care about him, and he just wants to live his life. He wants to be happy like everybody else, but he's in this predicament. He has
Right.
all these things going on.
Now this scene.
It's
Woo!
amazing scene.
I get golden
Really get to
vibes.
see such villain vibes, and we get to see William Dafoe's like true acting chops.
Yeah, for sure. He's a great actor. He's a fantastic actor.
He's so good.
Did you see him in Togo last year?
I haven't seen Togo. I heard it was really good. Is it good?
Togo was in my top 5 of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
Really? I heard
Mhm.
you're the second person that's told me that movie was really good. I gotta check it out. Disney Plus,
Love
right?
that movie. Yeah, Disney Plus.
Okay.
I'm right
I'll
here.
check that out.
Things will happen to you, Norman. He just throws the glass
I just hear the glass break.
to do what you can't. Those in your way.
Murdered.
Kill them. Kill
We
them.
Killed them.
We remember accident in the laboratory.
I'm really feeling that robe though.
Oh,
I want
yeah.
one like that.
Or imagine if he joined us.
Yes. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Green Goblin recruiting Spider-Man to be on his side? Like, is
It
that
makes
accurate
sense.
to the comics? Is it accurate to the comics?
Well, it makes sense given context because, like, he wants to be on top, right? And the only way he really can't do that, like, if you can't beat him, join him. So,
Yeah, it does make sense. I would agree with that. But I was just wondering if you read that at all in the comic books, like for Goblin to recruit Spider-Man to be on his side or whatever.
I can't remember. I might have to revisit because I'm still revisiting everything from like the Ditko
Gotcha.
era. So,
Got you. I feel like it really works for this film, though.
it works in the film. Yep. Listen, you slime.
I love how Jameson is getting choked out, and he not snitching. He not snitching. He says, "I don't
You
know who
are
he is."
useless. Have the devil. Knew you two were in this together.
Sleep. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think this was a thing in the comics, but I could be wrong.
This was added. Yeah. But I feel like it really worked.
Temporarily. Zing creature Spider-Man.
I don't know. I feel like in this scene, I might have wanted to see, just not see his eyes.
Yeah.
But I get why they showed it, because they kind of wanted him to like get down on his level and kind of like be genuine about recruiting him.
He just slaps his head.
It smacks in the back of the head. Like a little love tap.
Like a
like
bug
a
right
bug
now.
now.
I really wish though that they fix the mask.
As far as what?
I would have preferred like a just like the green hat and then like an actual like demon face, right? I would have preferred that.
Really? Kind of
Yeah.
like Dane DeHaan, but he doesn't have a hat, but kind of like
Yeah.
Dane DeHaan's.
In a way.
So you don't like the mask?
I don't hate it. It's just like I would have preferred if they did that.
Yeah, it
Eventually they
doesn't
will hate you.
it doesn't age that great, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
still love it. Kind of like Power Rangers-esque villain. That's what I
Right.
always
Yeah.
think about when I see it.
Yeah.
Man, honestly, I'm gonna tell you this. When I
Yeah.
was a kid, I literally was falling in love with MJ. Like just how like kind of flirty she is, how like her persona. I don't know, something about her. I loved her so much.
Yeah, they really emphasize that in this film more
Yes,
so
very true.
than the others, I'd say.
Yeah. Have you seen Kirsten Dunst in any other films?
I don't think I have. Not to
Mhm.
my knowledge.
I've seen. See what else I've seen her in. Oh, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. She is in that, and
Ah,
I enjoyed her performance in that as well.
okay. I haven't seen that yet. I've heard it's overrated.
Overrated. It's. I feel like it is an acquired taste. I would say that for sure. It's an
Okay.
acquired taste for a film. It's kind
Right.
of it's a romance film, but it's also like sci-fi, and it kind of like messes with your head a little bit. And I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
It's an acquired taste. I would say for sure.
All right. All right.
I enjoy it a lot though.
See, I understood this part. Like they're going after her, like they're being like creepy, right? And then when they get to her, they're gonna pull out a knife. It's like, what were you trying to do here? Like,
I mean, they want her not to resist.
true, but like they genuinely seem like they're gonna kill her.
Yeah, I feel like since she was resisting, they pulled out the knife.
Yeah.
He didn't have time to put on the mask.
Right.
It was happening too soon, too quick.
Yeah. The choreography, though, the fight choreography
Choreography was pretty good.
pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I have a knack for that.
The neighborhood. I was in the neighborhood. Amazing Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Yep. Do I get to say thank you this time? Dude, do you see why I was in love with her? Do I get to thank you this time? Yes, you get to thank me all you want. Oh, shoot. In this part, I watched it. I was like in the first grade when I saw this in theaters. So
Right.
like my parents closed my eyes.
Right.
They like covered my face. They're like, no, we're not gonna let them see this part.
It's amazing how Willem Dafoe is basically playing two roles, Norman and Green Goblin. Yes, that's what they were going for, really showing the duality, the two sides to his character for sure. Yeah.
And whenever an actor can play like basically two characters, I always, say kudos to them. Lupita Nyong'o in Us, man,
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
amazing. Amazing. Even this is kind of a weird one, but Lindsay Lohan in Parent Trap, like that was a good performance. I would say.
Yeah.
And she could play two different characters. This lady's really freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's her kid, but he used that lamppost to swing in there. That was pretty dope.
I really like the fact we don't see him inside the building for this part.
What do you mean?
Because it's like building up the suspense of like, does he save her? Does he not save her?
Yeah, that was really good. And then he has to go back in there.
Yeah. I love how the suit has like no burn marks, no nothing.
This is not my baby. What if she said that? What if she said that? This is not my baby.
Not coming back, Chief.
Not coming back, Chief. This scene.
Mm-hmm.
He probably set the fire. It's like, man, this
Probably.
woman has like an oddly shaped head.
Yeah. I didn't really predict it all.
Like, who am I to judge, though?
What about my generous proposal? Are you in? Are you out?
Are you out?
It's you who's out, Gobby.
Gobby.
Out of your mind. Wrong answer.
This is pretty dope. Like these things were pretty dope.
Oh yeah.
And then the slow-mo, we get the slow-mo, and we see the flames in slow-mo back there.
Oh yeah, that's epic.
It really is. And then how they come back.
Yeah. Matrix.
I do wonder though. Yeah, that was the Matrix. I do wonder before that one cut his arm, how was he like blocking that? That was interesting. That's interesting to me.
I don't know. I guess he just punches them. Maybe. I think.
I don't know. It was kind of unclear.
No one says no to me.
And then that transition with the flames.
And he's got like his one eye like almost closed.
Yeah, and he's like all sweaty and stuff.
Notice how MJ is wearing the black dress now.
I never noticed that she was wearing the black dress that he asked her to wear.
I love the coloring in like this entire scene. Like Norman's wearing red and blue, as in Spider-Man colors. When Peter shows up, he's gonna be wearing green, Norman's colors, and then Harry has green and red, which is like a mix of both because he's like
I
in the middle.
never noticed that. That's awesome.
Ame's like all blue to like represent just like Peter's human side, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think like Raimi thought about all that?
I'm pretty sure he did. It has to be intentional because you can make them wear anything you want.
Have you listened to the commentary of this film?
No, I have not.
I definitely have to do that.
Yeah, I will. That was fast. That was fast.
That was quick. Even for him, that was quick.
Okay, well, he jumped up. I thought that was the one where he hit. No,
he jumped balcony. Up, but still, it was pretty quick for them not to be able to hear anything.
Yeah, yeah. All brilliant men are. Oh, completely silent.
But he could hear this. He could hear the blood drop, but he couldn't hear him get on the ceiling. Mm. That part always cracks me up.
It's a good
Aunt,
line.
and Aunt May is fine with that. Like, she's an old lady.
Exactly.
Had to beat an old lady with a stick. Get these. That's so violent.
It's so uncomfortable.
That turkey, though, like, that's a prime turkey.
Slaps his head.
You know who I am? A mother freaking green goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Sharpening that knife.
See, if Emma hadn't noticed that, I don't think Norman would have.
I don't know. He probably would have. It was right there.
True.
It was right there. For the whole dinner, he probably would have.
That's true. Things properly.
How did you say you go? Bike messenger.
Bike messenger. Knock me down.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to go. Something has come to my attention.
Which is true.
Yeah.
He didn't lie.
Enjoy the fruitcake. Hey, please look at her.
Mm.
She likes your personality.
Dang, that's terrible. Man.
To the snow after your wolves. Word to the not so wise about your little girlfriend. Do what you need to with her, then broom her fast. That is cold.
That's cold. But it's not anything that we haven't seen from Norman, like, to Harry. Like, that's probably how he's been talking to him his whole life.
You heard? Everyone heard that creep. That's my father. Lucky I'll become half of what he is. So just keep your mouth shut about stuff you don't understand.
Oh, it's bored.
Oh, man.
Peter has nothing to say about that. But Parker.
I can't.
I love how, like, frail he is without Goblin.
Yeah. I love the soundtrack in this movie. It's amazing. It's a fantastic score.
It's so good.
One of my favorites of all time. I prefer the Spider-Man 2 one, but it's the same thing. Except for the Doc Ock stuff, pretty much.
Yeah. It's basically the same.
Like, it's the theme is the same, but like the rest of the movie obviously is going to be different.
Yeah.
We attack his heart.
Oh gosh, this scene.
Oof. The temptation, but deliver us.
Dang.
That
scene, his entrance, like how smooth it was on that, and he's standing straight
Finish
up.
It from evil. That laugh, man.
The laugh, perfect. It's perfect.
Love the laugh.
Those eyes.
Those horrible yellow eyes.
He said he knows. This is where he finds out that he knows that he's Peter Parker.
This is why nobody can know his identity.
Right. Yeah. Even like this moment here, like where he's holding her hand and she's in the hospital, is like that Aunt May and Peter Parker connection that we don't get, in other films.
And even that
Well,
picture.
besides the other Raimi films.
Yeah.
So he's sorry. That's so genuine. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
So I guess she told him what happened that night because she has no way of knowing she got mugged or something.
right. He saved my life twice, and I don't even see his face.
So this speech that he's about to give, you've memorized this speech, correct?
No, I haven't. No, I
Okay.
haven't. I haven't.
I thought you said you had.
No, I haven't. But it is a speech that is very heartfelt.
Yeah.
And I have to confess something. Before me and my wife got married, I actually quoted one of like a part of this. It was heavily inspired on like a Valentine's Day card.
Yeah. Okay. I respect that. Look in her eyes.
Like her staring into his eyes.
Yeah. At the same time, feel excited. Same time, terrified. You don't know what you feel. You don't know how man you want to be. The unreachable. I'm ready for it. I love how he's just saying this on the spot. Like
Right, exactly.
He has no practice.
You didn't memorize this.
Yeah, something like that. Somewhere along the lines of what I just said.
Right.
Not exact. This is not an exact
Not
science.
verbatim, but
yeah, it's just a little something. That timing. That timing.
Bad timing. Dang. And you could even see it in his face, how like betrayed he felt. You could see betrayal in his face. Like, oh man.
Norman was right.
Yeah,
in a way.
Right. Yeah.
Not exactly.
No.
No, not exactly.
Not do what you need to do with her and broom her fast. I
never understood what that meant when I was little.
It just means like do what you got to do and
no, I know
marry
that
her,
now.
marry her, and oh yeah, you never got it like when you were younger.
Yeah,
I don't think I did either.
He's loved her since the fourth grade. No one Peter cares for more.
He's just giving everything to him now.
I'm so sorry.
It's like, now I know what I got to do. I got to get to Mary Jane.
Mm-hmm. You're busy, important man, and I understand.
Mm. I never really knew what that meant.
Yeah.
Rectify some. Yeah, I just knew that meant I'm about to go mess some people up. I mean, that scene was a little unnecessary, that little sequence there, but it's okay.
It's
Still love
fine.
this film. I still love this film.
Safe here. You do too much. Job. All this time with me, you're not Superman, you know.
Mm.
He's not Superman. He's better.
Second Superman reference in this film, if you noticed.
Yeah, second DC reference. Shazam and Superman.
Third DC reference, but second Superman reference when he's running down the street ripping his shirt.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
at the festival. Is that an angel?
Gee, I said that.
Mm. Everybody else knows.
Everybody else knows.
And this is where this is where it clicks.
But
Can Spider come out to play?
I'm pretty sure they kept this voicemail throughout the entire trilogy. I love that.
Yeah, I think so too. Even though I'm sure she's moved.
Yeah. Don't go up any dark alleys. Spider-Man, come out to play. Man. Now this. I think I consider this.
Okay.
I think this might be the best scene in the entire movie.
It's so good.
I think it might be. I think it just might be.
What do you feel is the best scene in the entire trilogy?
Oh, in the entire trilogy. Oh.
Because there's some really good ones.
I think the one that I always go back to is Spider-Man 3 when he forgives Sandman.
That's a really good one. That's a good scene.
Because if anybody doesn't know, we're doing a little project in which we're talking about we're going to talk about a specific scene in any Spider-Man movie that means the most to us. I don't know what AJ's doing. I'm doing the Peter Forgives Sandman.
I'm doing the final battle in this film.
Right,
so it's going to come up. It's going to come up here in a minute.
Sweet. All right.
Just going to break it down and talk about it and why it means a lot.
We've got what's up, guys? Defoe makes ridiculous faces in this movie, but I do love it. Yes. You are right, Ken.
Media. Ken, what's up?
You are right. Yes, projects. Yes, Ginger Cat is part of that too.
Oh, Ginger Cat is. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I always love the slingshot. I always love that.
Yeah, the catapult slingshot. I wish they made it kind of more prominent in the video games.
Yeah.
Like the catapult slingshot.
This is why only fools are heroes. Says you never know when some lunatic will come along with a sadistic choice. To die the woman you love.
Those foot slippers.
Or suffer the little children. Choice, Spider-Man. See how a hero is rewarded.
Rewarded.
Do it, Goblin. They are who we choose to be. Now choose.
Bro. You know how strong he's got to be to hold that? Like, he had to be
this scene, man.
super strong.
The score and the reflection it's too much. Whew. I think that might have been the best scene in the entire movie, I think. With the reflection and the score, that was perfect. Yeah. That was perfect.
The villain speech.
Whew. Chills, man. Ah.
Well, come on, hurry up. I ain't got much time. I can't.
I don't think it's ever clarified who's stronger because he's doing the same thing, holding the entire cable car.
Yeah, I feel like it would be more difficult to hold it the way Goblin was holding it.
True.
Opposed to how Spider-Man's holding it now.
Slow-mo.
Now, this is slick. And
I can't tell if that's CGI. I don't think it is, but it could be, but it looks so real.
Yeah, it's very well done if it's CGI.
Yeah.
He's gonna make it.
To die. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. This you mess with all of us. I enjoy that part where like the community helps. And I feel like it gives it that sense of community. And also you see that in Spider-Man 2 as well with the train scene and and all the people. It really makes it feel like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and the people got his back too.
Yeah, like it shows that they do care about him.
Yeah, exactly. They see what he's trying to do.
Ooh. Oh, the eye shot, man. The eye shot.
Yeah, how it amazing. Blows half of his mask off.
Now this scene. That's what you've chosen. Thank you for your friendship. You spit in my face. The blood too.
Yeah, in the slow mo.
Whew. Like the little yelp. Goblin's got some moves. Not gonna lie.
He does. He really does. I don't know who trained him.
Yeah.
Ra's al Ghul.
I am the League of Shadows.
Spun your last web, Spider-Man.
Piss me off. Nice and slow.
All right, Goblin, don't make it weird.
Spider-Man always gets back up.
He does. Every time. That's why I love him. Except in Spider-Man 2 when he gives up being Spider-Man. But that's a topic for another day.
But that's the entire thing.
I know. I'm just messing with you, certain.
Okay.
I know you love that film. That's why
I'll let it slide.
I'm just messing with you, man.
I'll let it slide. That has to be an Evil Dead reference. There's no way that's not an Evil Dead.
It does. I never noticed that
be.
until now. I love
it has to be. It has to be. Now it's his turn. I always loved like all the dust on his suit.
Mm-hmm.
It shows like more brutality in a way.
Yeah, it does. And it's the same way with Spider-Man's suit.
Yeah.
How it has all the cuts and stuff.
I really, really wish the damaged suit in PS4 was like more damaged because it's like barely anything.
Yeah, it is.
I would like
it look kind of like this.
Yeah, like a tear in the mask.
Yeah, maybe not as bad as this, but.
And now we're at the finale. This fight scene is amazing. Yes, this fight scene was amazing. But now you. Stop it. I couldn't stop it. Or you. Good for you.
Groveling.
As I believed in you.
I had a father.
Be a son to me now. Have a father. His name was Ben Parker. That's a callback to the car scene because he said, "Stop pretending to be my father."
Mm-hmm. Godspeed.
And this scene, man. Oh God.
Woo. Oh.
That it's structured so well.
It is. It really is, and edited perfectly.
You see the sound. You see. It's amazing. Don't tell her, hurry. It's nice last words.
Yeah, it is, and it's kind of a callback to a phrase that MJ said earlier in the film as well.
Yeah.
She said that same line.
But that was structured really well.
It came basically full circle.
Mm-hmm. You heard the sound. You saw the slow-mo. The realization.
Exactly.
What have you done?
He was out of there. We get to the final scene of the film.
Yep. Setting up Harry's character in Spider-Man 2.
Yes.
I know what it's like to lose a father.
Setting up.
Spider-Man will pay. I surrender my father's grave. Spider-Man will pay.
He's like, well,
I'm Spider-Man, buddy.
well, this is awkward.
Dang, you seem serious about this.
Exactly.
I don't know about that, Chief. maybe take it a little easy.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Who's that random old man in the back?
I don't know who that guy is. I was wondering that same thing.
I think he's talking to Aunt May. Yeah, he's talking to Aunt May. Aunt May, this is a funeral.
Right, exactly. But I think they're just conversating.
I know. I'm just messing.
Yeah, and this scene really sets the tone for Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, because he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's not going to open up to her.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
No. And you could tell he wants this.
Yeah. Spider-Man, because he was going to save my life.
Right, exactly. No. It was you. It was you, Pete.
Yeah, because he's shown her. He's shown her like the true meaning of like being who you are.
Yeah, that hospital poetry. That
Yeah,
hospital
man.
poetry, man.
Yeah.
That girl smitten.
And hey, technically, Octavius was right. Poetry works every time.
Exactly. Exactly. Technically, I don't know if that's poetry, but
Yeah, in a way. In a way.
in a way it was. Oh man.
It was poetic. It was poetic.
Yeah. Oh. And
That's okay.
this scene really shows like how strong Peter is, because this is all that he's ever wanted.
This is everything.
This everything he ever wanted since he ever saw her. And
that's what he wanted since like 6 years old. This is what he's wanted.
Exactly. So
and now he has to give it up.
Throw that away. He has to give it up. And he knows what he has to do. And it has to be tearing them apart.
Final Battle is my favorite scene from any Spider-Man movie. I disagree, but it's
the
up
final
there.
Battle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great. You'll find out my thoughts on my video.
Mm-hmm. October 24th, people.
Yep. Yeah. There's so much to tell. She doesn't know what's about to happen.
Yeah. I will always be there for you as a friend.
He said, huh?
Say what now?
Say what? Hey, rewind.
Be your friend.
Only a friend. That's all I have to
Peter
give.
Parker. That's all I have to give. Oh, I'm getting chills from this, man. This is so good.
This scene, literally, I get teared up on this scene. If I was watching this by myself, not in front of the whole world right now, I would probably be bawling.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Oh, that score again.
The score, and you see her in the background looking at him, and you see him walking towards the camera, and it's just in the monologue in the back
comes great responsibility.
It comes full circle, man.
This is my gift. My curse. Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
Man. Oh
my god.
Oh my god.
The best.
How do I feel like this way? And this is like, I've seen this movie so many times, and I still feel this way at the end of this film. That's crazy. My heart is racing right now. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Wow.
Bro,
I'm telling you. This is how I roll pretty much, right? Every time that score comes on and it's a swinging scene, I just stop speaking. I drop whatever I am doing. I just watch. I just watch. That's the only way I get sucked into it. Oh my god. And the best part is about that final scene, that final swing. When he's swinging, when you like see him, like it starts off, you zoom out of his mask and you see him swinging like horizontally, right? And then you get behind him. And then when he's like swinging down like by the cars, that's all practical. They did that with the actual helicopter, and then they just added in Spider-Man. That they actually did that. Like they actually went through with that. That is awesome. I love that.
That is awesome.
But guys, that we finished Spider-Man. That went by faster than I thought.
It went by so fast, and we're at 2 hours right now, but it doesn't even feel like that at all.
Doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't
whatsoever. That was a great experience. Here's the thing. So let's get into like post. We're not going to do this too long because we've been going for 2 hours, but post watch along thoughts. I'm gonna start off with you, AJ. Give me two
Yep.
things that you noticed for the first time that you didn't know before this watch along. Give me one thing that still stayed the same for you, or just summarize in one sentence how you still feel about this film overall, and then give me two things that you still are maybe a little unsure on. If you had to point out two flaws, what would they be? So two things
threw
you
a
didn't
lot
know
of
before.
questions out at me right now. I'm like, okay, so where do I start? Two things.
All right, so two things you didn't know before watching that you now know.
Okay. There was a couple things that I mentioned throughout the film that I was like, I didn't notice that until now. That
Right.
Evil Dead reference that it's possible that was an Evil Dead reference.
It has to be, man.
And,
it has to be.
And that's awesome. I didn't ever notice that. And that was
Right.
something else, but I can't think of it right now that I mentioned that I didn't notice.
Was it the Mary Jane and her hair flowing the wrong way?
Yeah. That was one of them too. I think there was something else, but that was definitely one of them. I was like, really, I never noticed that. I've seen this movie so many times, and I never noticed that her hair was blowing the opposite way of where they were swinging. But what was the other question that you asked me?
So two things that if you had to point out two flaws, what would they be?
Two flaws? Man, I don't even know.
Let's just make it one.
I honestly, this film is dang near perfect. There are some scenes that I will admit that might not be necessary, like that whole sequence. That I pointed out earlier. I was like, that didn't really need to be there. Like with Goblin, like screaming at the camera or whatever. And that, and it was in between scenes. And I was like, that transition wasn't the best, but something I really noticed that was amazing. And I've known this for a while though, is that the transitions are just so great. And the pacing is like phenomenal. The pacing is so amazing in this film. And it's just like follows and it flows so well. And then you had another question for me, something that
so just summarize in like one sentence or two sentences. Overall thoughts, and give me a score. Give me a grade or a score.
I don't know if I can summarize it in one sentence. I will. I guess I could just say it's great, and then a score is definitely 10 out of 10. I can't say anything less than 10 out of 10 on this film.
Well, I hate to break it to you guys, but this movie sucks. Very, very bad. Poorly made, poorly acted. Terrible adaptation. Terrible adaptation. Negative 0.5 out of 10 is my score. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course.
That hurts me. Even as a joke, that hurts me.
Hey, now you know how I feel about Spider-Man 2. But
oh gosh. Yeah.
Okay. Overall, so two things that I didn't know before. I think I knew about the transitions, but I didn't really notice how really perfect they were. I think I just really, really honed in on them this time. I always noticed them, but I never really paid attention to them. So it really stuck out to me this time. What was another thing that I noticed? I always thought the pacing was okay. I think the editing in this film is honestly amazing. I think the way everything flows is honestly really, really good. And I always loved the scene where Norman dies. I always loved that because of the editing. But just like besides that, even it's like all structured perfectly. I love that. Didn't know that before. If I had to point out just one flaw, because I don't think I can point out two, if I'm being honest. If I had to point out one flaw, it can be anything.
It's a tough one. It's a tough question.
Just one thing out of everything I just watched. I don't know, man. I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I can do this.
You could say nothing. You could say nothing. That's fair.
Just one thing.
Come on, certain one thing.
One thing.
My wife would find like 10 things.
Let me play the film back from beginning to end. Okay, I'll admit. Who's the actor that plays Flash? Do you know the actor off the top of your head?
Yeah. I can't remember his name though.
Whoever
do know.
plays Flash, he could have been better. I'll admit that. The acting for the Flash character, I still enjoy the character, but I think it got a little too much with him. Like it was like
Yeah,
really a little too much.
yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can see where you're
But
coming from.
like even that's just like me like forcing a flaw. Like I just have to like just say
Yeah.
something. So I just like had to say that, right? Even that I don't like like
Joe
truly considered.
Joe
Manganiello?
Miniello. Yeah, I'm gonna butcher his name, but yeah, his name's Joe.
Joe. Yeah. I think the acting could have been a little bit better, but like I was still like, I still enjoy the character.
I feel
But
like he's a stereotypical bully, and
yeah, I'm just
I
like,
know that you enjoyed Tasm's bully better.
oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
But I would say
that
this
Flash
is
was
my
better.
favorite Flash. This is my favorite Flash, just because it's the one I could say that I'm biased. Okay, I'm
Okay.
biased.
Okay.
I'm gonna admit that, and
Okay.
that could discredit what I'm saying, but yeah,
It's
I
fine.
am biased because I love this film.
In general, I think this is pretty. It's perfect. I really can't think of anything wrong. I just
it
had
really
to
is.
say something. Really do love it. Love the cheese. Love the camp. Love the tone.
Mhm.
Obviously, the editing is great. I love the structure. Love the way it flows. Even that one Thanksgiving scene. Love the colors. Just the thought put into the film is amazing.
Yeah.
If I had to grade, I would definitely give A plus. But if I had to score, if I had to give it a score out of 10, I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. It has to be a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
It's a 10 out of 10 for me.
I was on the edge of my seat, man, when you were building an anticipation for that one. But yeah, 10 out of 10, man. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of
Bro,
10, man.
for
Love
real.
this movie. First movie I ever watched, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, it's the first
there you
movie,
go.
the first superhero film that I've ever watched. So, and I saw it in theaters. I can't believe that I saw this movie in theaters. I'm so happy that I did.
I will kill to watch this movie or any movie of the trilogy in theaters, man. Ginger Cat.
You saw the third one in theaters though, right?
No, I did not. I did not
No,
see
you
the
didn't.
in theaters.
Okay.
I want it so bad, man. I want it so
I
bad.
wonder if they'll ever bring them back to the theater.
Hopefully.
Because
I think
they're
they
bringing
will.
a lot of stuff back. They brought Empire back to the theater.
Yeah.
And that's pretty dope. And I actually went to the theater to see a anime film called Akira that was released in 1988 or something like that. So they're bringing back some old films to the theater, which
bro,
it would be dope to see this trilogy in the theater again.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I saw all
That's
three
all I
in
want.
the movies.
I've
I've actually seen every Spider-Man movie in the theaters.
Oh, that's interesting. I would love to see that. The first Spider-Man movie I saw in theaters was The Amazing Spider-Man 1. I think that might be why I like it more than most, because that was my first Spider-Man experience in theaters.
Okay.
Ginger Cat saying my one flaw is that some of the dialogue just doesn't flow that well. Even when a scene is supposed to be awkward, it doesn't work in like one, maybe two scenes.
Okay. I might not agree with that, but
I don't know about that one.
I might not agree with that, but
yeah, I don't agree.
I might see where you're coming from in some instances, but I don't wholeheartedly agree.
I think the dialogue just is like on the nose, just like the perfect amount, pretty much.
I think so too. And there were some scenes that were supposed to be kind of campy, corny, and that's the point. That was the point of the film. So I can't really say that it was weird or awkward or as a flaw. I can't count that as a flaw because that's the point.
Cinema Critic Review saying, dude, I might love this movie too much, seeing how I watch it at least 8 times a year. You're not alone on that one. I watched the entire trilogy at least twice the beginning of the year, at least twice in the summer, and at least twice in the fall. And I think I might break my record for how many times I've seen the trilogy this year. So we're working at it.
You guys rewatch this film a lot, these films, and I mean, I feel like I do too, but you guys probably got me beat. I've seen this. This is the 5th time I've seen this film this year. It might be my last, but who's to say? Who's to say?
Who's to say? You never know.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How, if you had to estimate, how many times do you think you've seen this film?
Not as much as you. Not as much as you. Yeah. Right. I probably have seen it literally like all the way through, because there are times that I'll just put it on but not finish it, or like catch clips here on TV here and there.
But if the whole thing, I've probably seen it 30 times.
30 times. Okay, not
30.
bad.
30.
I think
I know you got me beat, man.
I think I've seen it a minimum of 200 times, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I don't think I've ever seen a movie that many times.
I don't
But
know.
I
I
do
think
rewatch
I just watch
films a
stuff a
lot.
lot. Yeah, I just
I've
rewatch things like way
Yeah,
too much.
I've seen my most watched film, uh, which you probably know. I made it known to the public is a film called What Happens in Vegas, starring
Right,
Ashton
right,
Kutcher
right.
and Cameron Diaz, and I've seen that film probably 60 times.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yeah, and one day I watched it 3 times in one day.
Three- I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm willing to do that, but
Yeah,
that's good. That's not bad.
I've done similar things with Spider-Man though. I watched Spider-Man this one like one time before I went to bed, and then the next morning I watched it again. So
Right.
I mean it's kind of similar.
Yeah. But speaking of movies that we've seen the most, I think the movie I've seen the most is Spider-Man 2, which I've seen another minimum of 200 times. And speaking of Spider-Man 2, join us next week, not next Saturday, but next Sunday. We will be doing a watch along of Spider-Man 2, same time as today, 3 p.m. Central Standard. So it's going to be on the channel. AJ, are you coming back for that one? Did I ask you about that?
You asked me. I don't think I gave you a definite answer. I'm still
Right.
not 100% sure, but I will get back to you very soon about coming back.
So we might have AJ. We have other guests that I'm talking to. One I think is confirmed. Another one not confirmed 100% yet, but we will see what happens with that. So Spider-Man 2 watch along same time next Sunday, which I believe is October 11th, if I'm not mistaken. So be on the lookout for that. AJ, do me a favor. Let everybody know. Where can they find you?
That's October 11th.
Right.
The watch along. So yeah, I'm AJ from AJ Reacts 2, and I, react to movie trailers, music videos, things like that. I also, talk movies, TV, music, food, all that kind of stuff. I have reactions to it, and all that good stuff. So yeah, come over and check me out. Also, you can find me on social media, Instagram and Twitter. Letterboxd, I review all the films that I watch, and I'm actually doing like an October like to-do list of films. So I have a list that I'm going through for scary movies, Halloween films, and I'm reviewing all of them on Letterboxd and posting them on my Instagram. So check me out there, and yeah, thanks again, Certain, for having me on here, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. This was fun time, man. This was such a fun time.
It was a lot of fun.
It was great. But as far as I go, you can find me on my YouTube channel. Obviously, you can find me on Letterboxd at CertainVids, Instagram at CertainVids, and Twitter, which is where I'm the most active, as I'm pretty sure AJ knows. Twitter.
I do. I know you are. You're on Twitter, definitely. You're on Twitter.
I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, folks. But yes, that's where you can find us. AJ, do you have any sort of videos coming out in the very near future?
Not anything specific. I do have videos coming out soon. But they're kind of up in the air. Music video reactions, and we just got off of September, which was collab month. We have a lot of collaborations that I did with some awesome YouTubers, awesome folks. Go check out those videos.
For sure.
And then, I got Blu-ray hunts coming, and, I'm just kind of trying to change it up a little bit, switch it up a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, I kind of slowed down on the content so much this month because a lot of videos came out last month. So, but yeah, just check me out. AJ Reacts 2.
AJ Reacts 2. As far as I go, right? I've got a tier list video coming out in the very, very near future. It's either going to be tomorrow or sometime early next week. Going to be tier ranking every single Spider-Man movie suit. So that is something you should be on the lookout for. After that, I believe the next video essay, the next analytical video is going to be part of that one spectacular scene project that I am doing with AJ. We've got Ginger Cat 59 involved in that. We've got a bunch of other creators who are going to be doing that project.
Oh, cut out. Certain. He was just talking about the one spectacular scene. And I guess I'm the host now. Oh, okay, there you go.
I don't know what happened there. I just got.
I tried to take over. I tried to take over while you were gone, but
I got
you
kicked
came
out of the
back so
studio.
quick.
But yeah, so we've got that one spectacular scene project that we are working on. Going to be coming out October 24th. I will specify the time
Yes, sir.
on my Instagram once we chat with everybody about
It's
that.
gonna be a fun
But
time.
what AJ is doing is he is picking the final battle from Spider-Man 1. What I am doing is I am picking the scene where Peter forgives Sandman in Spider-Man 3, which we will be watching during the Spider-Man 3 watch along, which is after next week.
So is it like 1 week after the other?
Yeah,
for
pretty much.
The watch-alongs? Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that is another thing that is coming up. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this live stream. If you did enjoy, click that like button. It helps out. If you were watching this just normally, not live, thank you for watching the video. Just consider it an audio commentary. I will see you in the next one. Until then, have a great rest of your day and stay positive.